So this is what we just set up just to give people a hand with their challenges and frustrations online, Quickie Tips and Tools. So we were going to do it every second Monday, but now due to the demand and from last week, we're going to do it weekly. And Lisa's put her hand up to be a presenter in the future. Brian was last week's guest presenter, and today you've got Ask Dave. And so I'm just going through some of the questions that have come up, and one was on time. So it's presented by Finet Solutions, which I started in 2000, and Nikki's business, Online Business Solutions. Next slide, Nick, please. Cool, who we are. Okay, so I started doing website design in 1990-ish, around there, and kicked off Finet Solutions in 2000. Nikki joined about 2008. And I've tried just about every business, and I've failed in many. So we're just going to share some things so you don't waste the time, money and headaches like I did to help you start or scale up a business. So I hope you got a pen and paper so you can take out some notes, because it's a proven fact that when you actually write stuff down, it gets absorbed in here 3 times better than just listening to it. Because your brain has to process hearing it and then has to turn it into words, and then you have to structure that sentence. So that's just a recommendation. Anyway, next, Nick. Okay, what we'll cover is the welcome. We just did that. Ask Dave segment is going to come up, and then we're going to have, if you've got time, we'll do some Q&A, and then we've got some final tips. And the bonuses, we've got some free landing pages, and they're opt-in pages, like a single page website. And we've also been given by TAP Advisory. He's given access, so the Sales Power course is free, but it's only a limited thing. But anyway, so this is a disclaimer: the information that we're going to share with you is useless, okay? Unless you take purposeful action on the information. Okay, is that good, Lisa? Did you like that? Your microphone's not on. Can't hear you. Your microphone's that bottom left corner?
Yeah, I'm just checking with my sound. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
trying to get it right. I can hear you, but it's so loud. I'm trying to sort it out. No, it's fine. It's my earphones. I'm trying to sort them out.
Oh, right. Okay. Now, I must apologise for my webcam, because it's the lens on it, and we've been waiting, what, 5 weeks now, Nick, for a new one?
Longer, probably.
Anyway, they're a sought after item.
It's made it to Australia, just to win customers.
Okay. So in times like this, or any time, but it's even more important in times like this, it's good if we can all just stay calm and stay connected. And always look on the bright side. I just had a few people just text me saying they can't jump on. And spend quality time thinking about how can I make this work? How can I do this? Whereas a lot of people go, oh, I can't do this. And it just stops the brain from even looking for a solution, you know?
Yes.
Keep things simple. We all tend to want to overcomplicate things. Just keep it simple. Just do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, and that'll just keep you calmer and a little bit more on purpose. Always look for the win-win. So it's not just a win for you. It needs to be a win for the customer as well, and for the other half. And so often we see people out there that just trying to get the win for themselves. And it doesn't work in the long run. It just doesn't work. And watch out for those that want to take advantage of you. Okay, and it's everywhere, and it's even where you don't think it is. I'll give you an example on the next slide, Nick. If you're going to be looking for a domain name, to give you an idea, don't search on GoDaddy. Okay, please don't. Just do it somewhere else, but never on GoDaddy. Because if you buy a domain name through GoDaddy, you normally see the upsell. It's just another screen, and them trying to sell you something. And then if you do, they'll probably try and scam you if you let the domain name run out. Go to the next screen. I'll give you an example of a client of mine who registered a domain name, and he let it, and it ran out, and he went to re-register it again. The normal cost is $23.95 for the year, and they wanted to charge him $2,587. And it's still not registered with anyone else but GoDaddy. They've just got it there because they saw a couple of people searching for it, so they jacked the price right up. Now, I don't think that's ethical. You know what I mean? It might be business, but that's just my take on it. So what's your opinion on that, Brian? I can't hear you, mate. Sorry.
100%. Like I said last week, how you conduct yourself before these world events and how you conduct yourself through them is going to stand you in really good stead on the other side. And I think that's just price gouging at its worst. Yeah.
And yet, anyway, it is. But so many people fall into that trap because they just, anyway, it's just be careful. And if you're not quite sure about little things like that, just drop us a line. We're happy to help. Okay. And looking at business people, I've noticed that there's three groups amongst the ones I've been dealing with over the last couple of months. And there's three sort of distinct groups that that us business owners fall into. And you probably agree with this too, Brian.
Yep.
Is group one. Hi there, Ian. You need to connect your audio, mate. Ian? Anyway, Ian will work it out. Okay, so the first group is the ones that are inward focused. They're always swallowing that negative hype. Listen to all the news, and they're just feeding their negativity. And it seems they're always the ones that are always complaining and always blaming. Blaming. They just don't seem to take responsibility for what they're, for their own actions. And the second group are they used to just be the procrastinators, but I call them pretenders and procrastinators now, because they try and look busy and they're online and they're doing stuff, but they're not doing important stuff. They spend a lot of time watching funny videos and sharing them and everything else. But they are just not making steps forward, and don't get me wrong, we need to have fun and enjoy ourselves. And what's the next one, Nick? And yeah, so it's in positive, it's good to stay positive and have fun and do stuff, so and the third group, these are the investors, the ones that are investing in themselves, in their business. They're not being distracted and wasting time, and they giving themselves that power of positivity. They're forward thinking, and so that's the three groups. So, Ian, is your microphone on now?
Yeah, I got it up and working. Thanks, mate.
Cool. So of those three groups, which group are you in, you think, Ian?
I didn't get it until you got to about the third group. So, yeah, I've missed out. Been having trouble getting in the bloody thing.
Okay. Right here. Anyway, I won't put anyone on the spot. I was going to put Ian on the spot.
Yeah, good on.
Okay. So think about, always take time out to think. Nick, want to just go, because thinking is probably the most important thing that you're going to do in business. Because as entrepreneurs, we get paid for solving problems. So the more problems that we can solve for more people, the higher the reward. So continually ask yourself, would the successful future Dave Kane or the successful future me be doing what I'm doing? So if you're just watching YouTube and fiddling around, is that helping your future you? You know, so what best serves me? And that's what you should be looking at, okay? So making time. So let's get into this one. This is because I always thought that you can't make time because time's a finite thing, but you can make time, make useful time. So if you want extra time, you want an extra working week a month, that's 40 hours extra every month or 480 a year. Okay, so here we go. Nick.
Okay.
Screen, next. Okay, the average Queenslander, the time they get out of bed is 6:35 in the morning, and the average time the average Queenslander goes to bed is at 10:54 p.m. And that was pre-COVID-19. So that's when they had to get the kids ready for school, commute to work and do all that sort of stuff, okay? And from the Sleep Foundation org, 7 hours is considered enough time for a healthy amount of sleep every day if you're between the ages of 18 and 60. And Nick, and 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. is the most beneficial time to exercise, because that's when your muscles are most relaxed during that time, and that's when your muscles are going to gain the most from the exercise. Next, Nick. So productivity. So if you got out of bed at 5 a.m. rather than 6:30, you have an extra hour and a half a day. And you could use that more productively than laying in the bed. You know, you could work on your mind for a healthier mind, healthier body. So an hour and a half a day, 30 days is average week. That's
month, Dad.
45 hours.
Month, not week.
Oh yeah, okay. Thank you. And, yeah, there's 7 in a week still, isn't there? So that's 45 every month that you could spend a lot more productively. Okay, so that's 540 in this case. But even if you already get out of bed at 6, if you got out of bed at 5, there's an extra 40 hours or 480 extra hours that you can be productive every year. For next, Nick. And the benefits of Benjamin Franklin, he's got a well-known saying. Brian, do you know what it is?
No.
Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy and wise. Okay. But facts, well, here's a couple of facts about rising early. You have more serenity. You're not feeling rushed. Okay, you have more of a positive outlook. You're better at problem solving. You have more energy. You're more organized. You have more time to exercise. And you get better, deeper rest when you do sleep. And it's better for your mental health. Okay, so, and here's a book that I recommend. it's a procrastinating tip. So if you have trouble getting out of bed or picking up the phone or any of those tasks, you know, where we keep putting them off, the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins is what I recommend. Now, have you know when you're laying in bed and you think, I'll just get another 15 or 20 minutes, and you just want to lay there that little bit longer, you know, just for, you know, the fact is that a normal sleep pattern are in chunks of 60 to 90-minute chunks. So have you know, when you wanted to have that extra 20 minutes sleep and you wake up an hour late and then you're rushed, and so anyway, so I recommend that recommend the 5-second rule. It's a great read. It's really good. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can do a group of 3 projects in half the time that most people take. Okay, so just say we've got the 3 projects, project A, B, and C. Okay, and each is going to take you a day or an hour to do each section. So we can do it in 2 different ways. Okay, so we can do it, first example, Nick. Example 1 is if we start project A and then go and start project B and then start project C, and then come back and do project A, the second part of project A, and then B, then C, and then come back and do the third part of project A, B, and then C, we finally get project A finished and productive and doing what it needs to do in 7 days or 7 hours. So that's what most people do, because they jump from one to the other, or they don't stay focused on the one thing. So example 2 is if you start and finish project A first. So go A, finish the 3 parts of project A, and then the 3 parts of project B, and go B, 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 and then C. What we find is that you finish project A in 3 days or 3 hours, and project A is out there making money or doing what it needs to do. And then you finish project B in 6 hours or 6 days. So you finish both project A and B in less time than you would have done the other way, only finishing project A. What's the next screen, Nick? Okay, so example 1, you finished just the one project A in 7 days or 7 hours, and in example 2, you finished 2 projects in less time, in 6 days or 6 hours. And so they're both working for you. And so you achieve twice as much in the same time if you don't try and multitask and just stop jumping from one thing to another. Was that helpful? Did that sort of, because a lot of people say, oh, yeah, but until you chunk it down like that, you go, and I used to do it all the time. So, and now to struggle because you still want to do it because something else pops up and something else pops up. So it takes 2 weeks to change for you to hear something or see something and actually do it to start to remember it. And then if you want to create a habit, if you do something for a month, they say about 30 days or 4 weeks, if you do that same thing every day, that same way, it becomes first nature, it becomes a habit. So let's use this time to be more efficient, more effective in your business. So when we come out of this cloud, you'll be in a better place that you can continue to ramp things up. Okay, so I just want to give this a bit of a plug. Our next quickie, it says 2 weeks, but that was last week's slide. I didn't change it. Sorry, Nick.
Yeah, we should say our next quickie leave
Yeah.
in so many weeks.
Okay, so is same time, same place, and the same link. So you've already registered. You don't need to register again, and you just need to click on that link and click it again. There's something else I've got on this screen. Yeah, there's no need to register again. So our guest presenter is Audley. Ordwin or Ornley. So it's hard to say, but she's a media queen, and she's going to be talking on getting free publicity. So helping your way to improve your branding and expand your reach on and offline. Thanks for attending. I must have had these out of order because I've got a couple of other things later. So if you got some value just from those couple little tips, please like us on Facebook and give us a review. So there's the link, FindNet Solutions Facebook page. Nick, can you just jump to the other ones? This might be helpful and I can explain it.
Are the ones, what, next slide? Is that what you want?
Next slide. Yeah. What's on the next one? Okay. So, so this is what I was talking about, Brian, about these groove pages. You can get these are the entry level, and it's free, and it's free for life if you create an account, and they really want you to upgrade your account in the future. But these landing pages or opt-in pages, no, just go back, are good for lead generation. So if you're doing Facebook marketing or doing something else like that, and you just need to capture some names, and so you can follow them up or get them into your funnel, well, they're good for that. But they're not going to rank well for SEO. Okay, because it's a single page. It's not part of your website. Thanks, Nick. So if you're looking for a landing page and you want it for SEO as well, use it within your existing website. And if it's a WordPress website, you can hide the header and the footer and create a landing page. So when people are there, all they can do is opt in, watch the video, fill out the form, do whatever they need to do on the on the opt-in page. However, these are free, so if you've got a use for them, great. If you don't, well, that's fine too. And the next one we've got is Tap Advisory, a local guy, and he's got a heap of business training. He's got bucket loads of the stuff. But here's a free sales training course that is offered by Ian Parker International, who's another local Gold Coast guy. And I've started doing these, and I haven't done the prospecting one yet. The email turned up yesterday, but you get a daily email, and the first one is building relationships, and they only go for 7 or 10 minutes or so. But they're good content. So so if you jump on that link, you'll be able to go straight there.
Make it full screen, please.
Okay, so when you go to Tap Advisory, if you go to the store and then down to sales training, you come to this page here, and all you need to do is click on that. And when it gets to this page, all you need to do is make an inquiry. There's no sales button, okay? Because it's we've got it's listed as free. So that's all I wanted to show there. What was the next screen, Nick? Do you remember?
I can't help you. A sec. Let me just exit my stuff.
I'm just having a look.
Well, of course it's that.
we got any questions? Why don't we ask everyone? You got any questions, Ian?
No, I think it's fairly straightforward at this stage. I'm just making some notes.
Okay. Well, the thing is, we just wanted to keep these nice and short. So last week we was on your customer avatar, which is the first part of everything before marketing, before everything. And Brian did a great job there. So we've got a recording of last week's, and I'll make sure that it's in the follow-up email from this one as well. And Brian, you did a great job. Everyone said they were wrapped. Did you get something out of last week's one, Lisa? Nod your head.
Yes, it was very interesting. Sorry, I just put on mute.
Yeah, no. Okay, and so next week we've got the Media Queen, and so that should be good. So have you got any other questions, Graham? You got anything you want to ask, or any challenges that we can help with?
No, it's all good.
All good? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're going to be getting Lisa on in a couple of weeks' time, and she's going to be talking about how to set your business up for an exit strategy. Is that right? So it's profitable for exiting?
Yes, absolutely. Preparing your business for sale and exit planning. Right.
Okay. So if you've got any other challenges or frustrations, just go to FindNet Solutions.
Dad,
what am I doing?
you're doing the wrong thing. You told me to open all these websites, and we didn't use a single one of them.
Okay. No, well, I'm just trying to give everyone. So if you go over to the right-hand side to support ticket, if you jump in there, then that's when it comes up with what's your biggest challenge or frustration. So just tell us what it is, okay? And then we can add that to the list for future quickies, okay? Is that good, guys?
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay. We've already gone over the half an hour, and we've got any other questions that you really need answered right this minute that are quick? Lisa, nothing?
No.
Okay. Graham, you're right?
All good,
okay.
Thanks.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you got something out of your time saving strategy?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. We just got to get you a bit more focused, Ian. We'll be right.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Okay. You've got so many distractions down there, haven't you?
Yeah, you got the odd one or two.
Okay.
That's just Dave, that lady that wrote the 5-second rule. It's excellent, but she's also got a YouTube channel where she does where she's got presentations and short copies of some of her interviews, and her material is very good. It's well worth following.
And her TED talk on what was it? Why you're so important, or because you're 1 in 10 trillion or something.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah.
No, she's good. She's got some good material.
Yeah. Every time I go on Instagram, she's like 1, 2, 3 of her videos straight up.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, it's good. It's good motivational stuff, and it's good for your head. So, which is better than watching or listening to other stuff, you know. Okay, guys. Well, I'm just going to sign off. We're going to jump off, and next Monday, it's the same time. We'll do another quick 30 minutes. And if you've got any pressing questions, we'll answer those around. That's if we can fit it in between the Media Queen with her presentation.